What's up, guys? Welcome back to Thatnerdyguys October Spectacular. And today we're going to talk about a movie that I actually really think is underrated, and that movie is Disturbia. Disturbia is directed by DJ Caruso and stars Shia LaBeouf. So Disturbia came out right around the time that the first Transformers movie came out, so Shia LaBeouf was kind of, blowing up at this time. But to be honest, I actually really like him in this movie. I'm not a huge Shia LaBeouf fan, but honestly, I really think this is probably his best role. So Disturbia opens up with Shia LaBeouf's character Kale with his dad, and they're out fishing, having a good time, and you can kind of see that they have a close relationship with each other. Good father-son relationship going on. But on their way back from fishing, they get into a car accident, and honestly, it's actually kind of more of a brutal car accident scene. I mean, they hit a car and they go flying. The whole car gets on its side, and then another car comes and hits them, and it's honestly a pretty crazy scene, to be honest. But it's nothing too graphic or anything, because it is PG-13, so there isn't any crazy stuff that happens. But I mean, for what happens, it kind of caught me by surprise on the first viewing of this movie. And then we fast forward to a year later. He's in Spanish class. The teacher's kind of wanting him to talk and say something in Spanish, and he just can't do it because he didn't study. You kind of tell that he isn't really into school and all that. You can tell he's kind of depressed in a sense because of his dad passing away from the car accident that they were in. But his teacher says something about his dad, and it basically just pisses him off, and he punches his teacher. And so basically he punches his teacher, and then he gets on a house arrest, and he gets a little, ankle bracelet. And during this time, while he's on house arrest, he's playing Xbox 360, which is funny because this movie came out in 2007, and so you get to see the old Xbox 360 layout of the home screen stuff, which is kind of funny. But he's playing Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter or something like that, whatever that game was called. But anyways, his mom shuts down his Xbox Live, his iTunes, and all this stuff. So, after a while of not having that type of stuff, you get really bored. And so he starts spying on his neighbors, because, I mean, what else are you going to do, I guess? I don't know. So when all his things are shut down, his mom cuts the power cord to his TV and everything, he decides to go outside because he gets the doorbell rings, and there's kids that put dog poop in a bag and lit it on fire. So he's chasing after the kids, but he can't get off his property because his ankle bracelet. So his ankle bracelet goes off. And anyways, he is running back to the house. Once he gets back to the house, the cops show up. They handcuff him. But when he's on the ground, he sees that people are moving in next door to him. And there's this really cute girl that he thinks is really cute, which comes into play later. But yeah, there's that. And it's kind of cool in this movie too, because there's a scene where he's outside, and he's seeing how far he can go in his yard, and so he puts little barriers down to so he knows that if he can't go past that area, or else this thing will go off and the police will show up. So that's one thing that they do that I thought was kind of cool about this movie, that they play on a little bit. Anyways, one of his friends comes over, and they're talking about the girl, and she's swimming in their swimming pool in her backyard, and so they're kind of spying on her, and she sees, and then she goes over to the house, which is really funny because she goes over and she's just she knows that they're spying on her and stuff, and she's just oh, okay, I'll go spy with you guys. So that's one thing about this movie is kind of funny. It's just oh, okay, you're spying on me. Oh, okay, I'll help you spy on other people, But during this time, they start kind of spying on one of their neighbors, and they start seeing some not so normal things. And at this time, they're on the news and everything. They're kind of saying that people are going missing, that there's some killer on the loose, and so they start to think that maybe their neighbor is the killer. So the neighbor / killer is played by David Morse, which is great in this film, by the way. He's really menacing. Just the look of him is really menacing. Just a creepy dude. And like there's a couple scenes when he's like with Kale's mom, and like they're kind of flirting back and forth, and you know, Kale does pretty much know that he is the killer that's killing all these women. And so, you know, there's some really cool and interesting scenes there between the two of them. But yeah, overall, I think Disturbia is a underrated film. I really do. The premise is really cool, and even though it does follow Rear Window pretty closely, somewhat, it does put more of a modern twist on it. And I mean, if you're looking for a more suspense thriller this Halloween season, I really do recommend checking out Disturbia. So I give Disturbia a 7 out of 10. It's definitely not the best movie I've ever seen, but I definitely think it's really underappreciated, and I definitely recommend you guys go check out this movie if you haven't. I have a DVD copy of it, but I believe it actually just came out on Blu-ray like pretty recently, so I don't know. I'll probably pick it up on Blu-ray sometime because I do enjoy this movie. I do watch it from time to time. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this review, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. And I hope you guys been enjoying my October live streams and my reviews. If you guys want me to continue doing movie reviews, please let me know by dropping a like or dropping a comment, whatever, man. I like doing reviews, and I would like to do them more. So I mean, if you guys enjoy this type of content, please let me know. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and I hope all you guys have a spoopy day. I guess I'm just going to continue saying spoopy day after each video. I think it's just going to become a thing now.